Look at these guys, they're just hanging out, farming crops, hanging out more, getting enough food that they can breed, and then just hanging out even more. Well, today I'm going to be using you guys because your babies, well, I'm going to put them into stalls, I'm going to set trades for them, I'm going to infect them with husks so they become zombies, cure them, and then trade with them. I swear I'm not a bad person, but today I'm going to be doing a villager trading system. And I think this guy is kind of judging me right now. So the first thing I'm going to be working on is the storage system. So I have this giant opening in the middle, so I thought it'd be a good idea to put some storage in the middle here so that I have more to work with and I can organize things a lot better. Here we go. The storage expansion was much needed and it allowed me to reorganize everything and put everything in categories. Before I get to my villager trading hall, I had to do some other things beforehand. I had to smelt some nether bricks for building my hallways in the nether. For the hallways, I've been building this mix of blackstone bricks, stairs, polished basalt, and nether bricks. It's a bit dark, but I think it works, and maybe with some lighting it would look even better. Had to kill some hoglins and some baby hoglins. I swear I'm a good person. Took all the iron soul speed boots my piglin bartering system gave me and smelted it down to get some iron nuggets. I needed some XP for my silk touch pickaxe to restore the durability, so I traded pumpkins and melons to the villagers. Enchanted and put some mending on some diamond leggings. Apparently I was walking around with no pants on. Don't you hate when that happens? Went back to my favorite spot, the Nether fortress. Killed some wither skeletons. It'd be nice if they actually dropped their skulls. Killed some blazes, which were everywhere. I was trying to find some nether warts for some brewing. I couldn't find any nether warts around the stairwells. I did eventually find some in the chests in the nether fortress corridors. When I got back to my base, I planted some brown mushrooms and used bone meal to make them into huge mushrooms. This probably isn't the most efficient way to get brown mushrooms, but I needed some for the fermented spider eyes for the brewing I was going to do. I thought I needed some nether warts for a potion of weakness, which was wrong. I put down some soul sand and planted some nether warts. I came back later to harvest the nether warts, of course using a fortune enchanted tool so I could get more nether warts. I replanted the nether warts again so I could eventually get some more. I planted some wheat seeds in case I needed wheat for the villager breeder, which I did not. I took out everything out of my enchanting room and relocated it temporarily to a new hut. I did the same with the map room. It was easy to put together the large map, however it did not go so well with the smaller map. It's kind of hard when everything looks like desert. After this it was time. Yes, it was time to get rid of my starter house. Here we go. After I broke down that building, I did a lot of work in front of the base. I smoothed out the terrain by putting some dirt into some weird areas. I wanted to space things out a bit, so I moved the paths over a bit. I increased the amount of lamps so the lighting in front of the base was a lot better. Really, all of this felt like I just moved everything one block over. I really don't know why I did all of this. I guess only for the lighting. So for this villager trading hall, I will need to be using the brewing stand and brewing some potions. So if you're not familiar with the brewing stand, this is the display. The left slot is for fuel. Only blaze powder can be used as fuel. And you can see the amount of charges here. There are 20 charges per one piece of blaze powder. Now with the fermented spider eye, which is brown mushroom, sugar, and spider eye crafted together, you can distill this into water bottles to create the potion of weakness, which I will need to turn into a splash potion. Now, how this works with brewing in general is there are base potions. So for example, I have a lot of nether warts here. So that's useful because you can add effects to those potions. So if you want something like potion of swiftness, which makes you move really fast, you can distill sugar into a potion, an awkward potion, and create the potion of swiftness. And as you can see here, these are the potion of weakness, and I have 3 of them. And now I'm gonna add 1 gunpowder to it to make it a splash potion, which allows me to throw it at, in this case, the zombie villager and then I can start to cure them. So this is going to take a while, so I have a lot of villagers that I can already put into the villager trading system, so at least I don't have to worry about the breeding part of this. I have the rail system set up. I just had to set up the villager trading hall and the system I'm going to be using to actually set their trades, lock them in, discount their trades so they're cheaper, and also to kill any ones that don't have the right trades. So you know what that means? Time lapse. Okay, so I have completed my villager trading system, and let's show you how it works. So there is the rail system that goes up here and where the villagers are dropped. There is a trap door to keep them in here. The lever's just so this is powered. It's an activator rail. So once the minecart goes over, it hits this cactus, drops in the hopper, and then they eventually go down there into where they will be set up for their trades, and also the discounts will be applied. So here's the husk that will turn my villagers into zombie villagers. He doesn't need to be covered with blocks that block out the light, but still you have to name him and stuff. So here is the spot where I set the trades and also the discounts for the villagers. So I wanted to do this system rather than set it up so there was a zombie behind all of the stalls. I thought this was a little more easier. So the villager basically drops in here, I trade with them, try to get the trades I want, and if I get the trade I want, then I want to apply a discount and make it as cheap as possible. I hit this lever, it drops them down, the husk will infect them, and then I push it back up to get them up here. And then I will throw a splash potion of weakness at them, and then give them a golden apple. This will cure them, and it takes a while, and eventually they should give you some discounts. Now with some of the trades, you'll need to do multiple times to cure them. For example, with a cleric I have over there, it had to take 5 times before I got 1 rotten flesh for 1 emerald, which is pretty good considering how useless rotten flesh is. So once you've actually got the trade you want, you just hit here. You have to destroy this job site block and make sure there's a job site block over there, and they will walk over there, and then once they're gone, you apply this again, and then you go on to the next villager. I should mention this part of the farm was designed by Logic Geek Boy. You can find a link to the tutorial that I used in the description. And how this works is there's an observer, there's string right here. So when you go here, it triggers and it'll close off the system so the villagers can walk across here to the next stall. So there's the observer, there is a block behind it with redstone dust on top, and then there's the sticky piston. So it's pretty easy. I so far have a lot of trades right now. I have sharpness 5 here, I have thorns 3, and I have sweeping edge 3. There's mending, there's rotten flesh for this guy, and all of these ones are farmers that have the pumpkin trade. So I will be able to get a lot of emeralds, and hopefully I can set up all of my armor and all the things I need to farm from villagers pretty easily here. So I think that's enough for this episode. I think next episode is going to be interesting because there's a couple things I want to do. I want to set up a good amount of armor with the right enchantments. I also need gold so badly right now. That's actually been a problem with the villager system there because I need gold and apples and I don't have that much gold, or maybe even killing the ender dragon. So thank you guys for watching, keep commenting, and I appreciate you guys for watching my content.